On the 44-yard line. I formation, Swenson calling signals. Swenson, pitch out to Forsey. Far side, turns the corner up to the 45, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. We're just underway here at Bronco Stadium. Back to pass. Complete to Wycherley on the near side. Wycherley crosses the 45 down to the 44-yard line, and Wycherley has a first down, Ken. Split backfield, back to the pass. As Swenson has time, looks, throws downfield, complete at the 30-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line goes, I believe that was Ben Allen that caught that pass, Ken.
It sure was, Howard. A nice pass, too. He went...
taking the kickoff, and on a 7-play drive, they're down the slot to the near side. 2 men split wide. 1 man to the far side for Centennial. Single setback is Root. Back to pass, Swenson. He looks, he throws, complete to Allen at the 10-yard line, Allen to the 5, Allen to the 1-yard line. And Allen takes that pass from Swenson and then gains 25 yards, and Ken, Centennial's first and goal on the 1-yard line.
Again, Howard, Extreme gets the ball out there.
First quarter score, Twin Falls 14, Highland 3. Centennial at the line of scrimmage. That's a handoff to Root, and Root, let's see, Root's got the touchdown. John Root has picked up his 8th touchdown of the season, and Centennial's up 6-0. Ken, that was an excellent drive by the Patriots. There's a snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and our score with 9:15 left in the first quarter since it's Ferguson and Forsey. Ferguson on the near side, Forsey on the far side. The line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. High snap, brought down by Hammond, nice kick. Over to the far side, the ball hits at the 15 and is down at the 11-yard line by Pocatello. So Centennial has first and 10 on their own 11. And Ken, we'll keep it here. Centennial stopped that drive that Pocatello had.
Yeah, it looked like the first couple of running plays that Pocatello was going to kind of have their way with that Centennial defense, but they were able to stiffen up and finally made some plays right on the line of scrimmage to hold the running down to a minimum.
So it's first and 10. They're going to put the ball on the 11-yard line. And let's see, now they're going to put it on the 10-yard line. They move the ball back to the 10. It's first and 10 for the Patriots. 6:55 left in the first period. Centennial leads 7-0. And starting on the 10.
Well, it might be a little premature, but I think if they look real good in this drive, it might be indicative of the game.
Swenson calls signals, I formation. Swenson fakes a handoff, goes back to pass, has time, throws, it is intercepted at 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone is ball. There's a whistle, there's a kick, high kick to the far side, taken by Forsey at the 14, to the 15, 20, to the near side, Forsey to 25, and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So Forsey brings the ball back 14 yards, and Dale takes over first and 10, Ken, on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, Centennial's got a middle return as well, Howard. They seem to do, I think, just a little more yards most of the time going right up the middle.
The ball's on the 25-yard line, first and 10. Here come the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. Split to the far side is number 80. That is Jeff Jones. Calling signals is Swenson. 5-man line by the Indians. Swenson hands off to Forsey. Forsey makes his way across the 28, 29, falls down and is tackled at the 30-yard line, so Forsey picks up 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, play right over between the guard center gap, Howard, and he breaks it back to the backside a little bit, and everybody was picked up pretty well by the blocking scheme except that weak side linebacker who made the play.
Jason Meador made the tackle. What do you think about the weather tonight? We're up here where the heater's on.
I think the temperatures dropped pretty rapidly outside. I think it's getting down there close to 34, 35.
Thank goodness for the heaters here in the press box. Second down for Centennial. Swenson from the I formation calling signals. Swenson hands off to the deep back, and that is Forsey. Forsey tries to go to on the left side of the line, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. And I think he loses a couple yards on that, Ken.
Yeah, he did, Howard. Again, the defensive line really getting penetration on the Patriot offensive line and not allowing the play to develop at all.
We talked in the pregame about the offensive and defensive line for these Indians, a big weight advantage. and they come to Boise with an excellent reputation for the play so far this season. Swenson drops back. Swenson looks. Swenson throws. It is complete. Nope, knocked away. Intended for Witchley at the 42-yard line, and he was covered on that play by number 45 for Pocatello. And that is number 45. See who number 45 is for the Indians. That was Troy Stanton. So it's 4th down for Centennial. Back in punt formation is Swenson, and back deep for Pocatello, Ryan Robinson and Russell Contreras. There's a snap. High kick. Nice kick. Back to the 25-yard line, taking finally at the 15, and oh my goodness, down right back at the 8-yard line. Nice coverage by the Patriots, and that kick had to be about 45 yards, 50 yards.
Excellent kick, and it went up and turned over, Howard. Went over the heads of the receivers, and of course took a Centennial bounce. The Pocatello.
Back in his own end zone is Scott Hammond, and Ferguson and Forsey at the 40-yard line for the Patriots. There's a snap. Nice snap. Kick coming down the field, hits at the 40, takes a bounce for Pocatello across the 45 to the 50, down to the 45-yard line. So that is a 45-yard kick, and the kick didn't look that well, Ken, but it got a good roll.
Got a good roll, and the receivers down here, I think they just listened to what the coaches told them. Just get away from the ball when it's down on the ground and taking those crazy bounces. Just get away from it. So that's what they did, and it ended up being a good punt for Pocatello.
1st and 10 for Centennial. The ball on their own 45-yard line. 7-7, 4:28 left here in the first quarter. Back to pass is Swenson. Has time, looks. Incomplete. Intended for Abe Swenson at the 45-yard line, but Ken thrown a little bit behind Swenson.
Yeah, threw it behind, and I think he's just hurrying that a little bit and throwing it probably a little too hard, too. He just needs to relax and just throw the old ball. I think he may be trying to steer that thing a little bit, trying a little extra hard. And, boy, Matt's got enough ability. He just needs to drop back, stay in his rhythm, and let it go.
Swenson, so far tonight, from the passing department, is 3 out of 5 for 55 yards. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots.
Receiver was open on that too hard, by the way.
High formation, 2 men to the far side, 1 man to the near side. Swenson. Hands off to Forsey. Forsey up to the 46, 48, falls forward to the 49-yard line, picks up 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Patriots, and Robert Dean, the dean of the Pocatello defense, made the tackle.
The 3rd down near midfield.
Actually a pretty good line, a pretty good hole opened up there, Howard, but just one of those defensive tackles falling to the ground kind of gave a grab, caught an ankle of Forsey's, tripped him up, otherwise he was gone for a big gainer.
3rd and 6, split backfield, back to pass, Swenson throws, it is incomplete, intended on the near side for Nick Hilton, but nice coverage on the play by Jeremy Teeples for the Indians.
That was nice coverage, Howard, I think even a few seconds before the ball got there, because he was right on his shoulder and had contact before the ball got there, but no flag at all.
So we have 4th down and 10 now for 4th down and 6 for Centennial. They'll probably be in punt formation. The ball is at the midfield stripe. We're at 7-7 with 3:48 left here in the first quarter. And let's see what the Patriots are going to do. They may not punt. They're coming to the line of scrimmage, and back deep to receive the ball is Swenson. It's always a plus to have your quarterback as a punter, right, Ken, in case you want to pass.
It sure is.
And back deep for Pocatello is Contreras. There's a snap. High kick coming down the field. It's going to be fair catch at the 10-yard line. And so Pocatello takes over 1st and 10 on their 10. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. Miss Christensen, number 22. There's the whistle, and there's the kick. High kick coming down the field, backing up is Forsey at the 6-yard line to the 10, to the far side, 15, back to the middle, 20, the 25, and Forsey up to the 26-yard line, a 21-yard run back for Brock Forsey, and that's going to enhance his return average, and Centennial takes over 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line.
Right, Howard, they went back to their middle return, and again, they seem to get a soft spot right up the middle and are able to get the better yardage up the middle when they return, as opposed to an outside return.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the 26-yard line. They trail 14-7, just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. I formation, Swenson under center, 4-man line by the Indians. 2 men split, 1 to each side for the Patriots. Swenson hands off to the deep back. Forsey to the 30, 35, cuts to the outside, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and knocked out of bounds finally at the 21-yard line. So Forsey picks up 51 yards on that play and puts the Patriots down deep in the Indian territory.
I think these teams are having a contest, Howard, to see who can have the most exciting play. One comes up with a great play, another one comes up with another play. Well, that was a great run by Forsey, and I thought he might have been gone all the way.
That was a 54-yard run for Forsey. It's 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the Pocatello 20-yard line, and we're still in the first period, and it's 14-7 Pocatello. I formation, Swenson under center, hands off to Forsey, and Forsey loses about a yard on the play as Robert Dean comes in to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd down 11, and I would say that Forsey's a little winded.
I would have said so too, Howard, and maybe given him a play off or something, and I think they need to use old Matt Swenson going wide on some of these just to keep that defense honest and loose.
Wychley comes in the ball game for the Patriots. Going out is number 80 for Centennial. That is Jones. 2nd and 11 for Centennial. 2 men far side, 1 man in the slot. Calling signals is Swenson. Swenson rolls out to the far side. Has time, throws downfield. It's Wychley in the end zone. It is complete. It's a touchdown.
Great play, Howard. A wonderful play there.
So a 21-yard pass from Swenson to Andy Wychley, and the Patriots are back just a point behind, 14-13. Swenson came rolling out to the far side, and Wychley was covered pretty closely in the end zone, but the pass was right on target.
It sure was, and that's a tough pass to throw when you're rolling to your left, to throw it out there to the left, but Matt, see him practice that all the time, and he put it right on the money.
So it's going to be Ben Tanner, the soccer kicker, who made all-league football and made all-league soccer. Wychley will hold, who caught the touchdown pass. The ball's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And our score with 1:43 left in the first quarter, it's Pocatello 14, Centennial 14, back
here with minute 21 left.
We have, I do believe. 1st and 10 for Centennial. The ball's on the 40-yard line, I formation. Swenson hands off to Forsey. No, he keeps the ball. Swenson to the near side to the 40, and he's creamed and cornered and knocked down to the 39-yard line. He gets back just to the line of scrimmage, after all.
Stopped by Robert Dean and Mark Martin.
And the dean of the Pocatello offense made that tackle.
2nd down and 10 on the
Interesting play there, Howard, on that running play that takes a lot of time off the clock, and time is a factor here.
Robert Dean made that tackle, the senior. Pocatello, all starting seniors on both offense and defense. 2 men split to the far side. Swenson calls signals, and we have a penalty. And Ken, when I saw you shaking your head, you knew what was going to happen.
Well, I think the defense had encroached on the ball. This defensive end.
Stadium here on the All Sports Network. Howard Hill, Ken Ferguson, our spotter, statistician Brett Hill. And a beautiful night for football.
Time is really going by. I don't think Centennial realized the clock started with the referee's whistle.
Beautiful night for football as long as we're sitting in the press box. There is Swenson rolling out to the far side. Throws complete on the far side to number 83. And knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line is Nick Hilton.
Obviously, he didn't get knocked out of bounds because they didn't stop the clock, Howard. It's all the way down to 8 seconds. I don't know what's going on. Centennial doesn't seem to be aware of the clock.
Now he stopped the clock, but I think it's for a measurement about the first down, Ken. They're starting the clock. Evidently, he wasn't knocked out of bounds. And we're just about at the end of the first quarter. That's it. Our score from Bronco Stadium here at the end of the first quarter. Centennial 14, Pocatello 14. Back, folks, in 1 minute. Second and 1 on the 30-yard line. 14-14 here from Bronco Stadium. Swenson hands off to Root. And when they need that first down or touchdown, they give it to Root on short yardage. And Root picks up 5 yards, Ken.
Good job by Johnny. Just kept those legs driving. Just wouldn't be denied. Howard ended up picking up about 4.5 to 5 yards. Great job.
Brad Wallace, linebacker, made a tackle for the Indians. It's first down and 10 for Centennial. Ball on the 25-yard line. Coming into the ball game for the Patriots is Abe Swenson. And going out is number 80. That is Jones. Jeff Jones. First and 10. Two men split to each side for the Patriots. Single setback. Swenson under center. Swenson fakes a handoff. No, he gives to Root. Root to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Root down to the 4-yard line, and the short yardage man picks up 21 yards again.
Great play by John. He just absolutely broke through the line, or just exploded through the line, and then, got some great yardage down in the secondary.
So the tackle is made by Troy Sutton for the Indians. So it's first and goal for Centennial just inside of the Pocatello 5-yard line. 11:13 left in the first half. It's 14-14 here from Bronco Stadium. Here come the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. Two men split to the near side. Two men back. Swenson calls signals, drops back the pass, throws it in the clear. Is Forsey on the far side, and Forsey has it for the touchdown. And Forsey was all by himself. Ken, you could have caught that for a touchdown.
Well, that's that same pass that we mentioned at the pregame, Howard, where he comes out of the backfield. Of course, on this goal line, nobody picked him up, and it was just a matter of pitch and catch. However, that's not a real easy throw, and it's not a real easy catch, but they made it look easy this time.
Well, I said your eye could have caught it. I know that you could have caught it. Tanner will attempt the extra point. There's a snap. Ball's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And our score with 10:59 left in the first half. It's Centennial 21, Pocatello 14. Back, folks, in just 30 seconds. And we'll get back and finish those between plays. It's Pocatello ready to kick off. Back deep is Forsey and Christensen. There's the kick. Bounces on the 10 and bounces into the end zone, or does it go out? Let's see. We have two officials over there, and they say the ball went out on the 1-foot line. Now, if that's a punt, that's excellent. But under 35. Here come the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. I formation, one man split to each side, one man in the slot on the far side. Calling signals is Swenson. Swenson, oh my goodness, hands off to Forsey, and he's hit by 5, 6, 7 Pocatello players, and he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Kendall Olson led the charge for the Indians.
Not by Robert B.
Well, they're going to give him the line of scrimmage, Ken, but the Pocatello defensive lineman almost got that handoff, almost broke up that play right as the ball was being handed off.
Second down and 10 on the 35.
Mike Smith leads the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. I formation. Calling signals is Swenson. Swenson fakes a handoff, rolls to the near side, looks, he may run, he throws, has a man downfield, incomplete at the 35-yard line, down to the 33-yard line. Nick Hilton makes a nice catch and a nice pass, Ken, and he was tightly covered.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, Matt Swanson, he does have confidence, Howard. He's running here to his left, which is a hard throw to make in the first place, and lobs it downfield for about a, 35, 40-yard pass to a receiver who's pretty well covered, but put it right up where he got it, and the defender missed it.
The ball's on the 31, first and 10 for the Patriots, 6:45 left in this first half. Split backfield, one man to the far side, one to the near side. Swanson back to pass. Has time, throws out in the flat to Forsey, and he's hit at the 28-yard line. He didn't see it coming, and picks up about 4 yards on the play. And Mark Martin made the tackle, the cornerback for the Indians.
And a wonderful reception there by Forsey, because you're right, Howard. He was looking back towards the quarterback to make the reception, and got hit from about 180 degrees the other way, and a pretty hard hit, and he held onto the ball.
Second and 6 for the Patriots. Ball on the 27-yard line. Pocatello's 27. Two men split out to the near side for the Patriots. Forsey in the slot. Swanson rolls out to the near side, wants to pass, and he does, complete to Hilton at the 20-yard line. And Hilton's down to 19, but I believe he's got the first down, Ken.
He does have the first down, Howard. I don't know, the official was signaling where he was down, and another defender came in, and I thought he kind of piled on that receiver there, and it went completely unnoticed by the official.
Ryan Robinson, excuse me, go ahead.
Pardon me, Art. Nice reception, however, to pick up that first down.
Ryan Robinson, the 5'11", 155-pounder, made a tackle, defensive back for the Indians. Two men split out to the far side, two men to the near side. Single setback is Forsey. Actually, Forsey moves into the slot. Swenson calling signals. Swenson drops back, looks, throws in the end zone to Hilton, overthrown. Hilton had his defender beat, Ken, but at the goal line, but the ball was just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, it was fairly substantially overthrown, but he was certainly in the clear there. There were nobody lined up in the backfield. There was no question it was going to be a pass, so it's certainly going to be open. We'll probably see that same pattern again sometime before the game's over.
2nd and 10 for Centennial. The ball on the 19-yard line. 5:24 left in the first half. We're at 21-21. Centennial and Pocatello in the semifinal game. In the third quarter, Twin Falls 19. Was it 19 or 21? Twin Falls 21-9 over Highland. Swenson rolls out to the far side, being chased, throws. It is incomplete at the 8-yard line. Had a receiver, Hilton, there in the clear, thrown in too far in front of him, so it's a third down situation now for the Patriots, Ken.
He had a lot of real estate in front of him, too, Howard. He could have ran for that first down possibly, but I know he's seeing that receiver down there, and he thinks and he knows he can thread that needle, and he was just a little off this time as well.
The incomplete pass stops the clock. We're at 5:19, second quarter. 21-21 here from Bronco Stadium. And Mike Smith leads his Patriots up to the line of scrimmage. Two men split out to the far side with a man in the slot is Forsey. Swenson drops back a little pass to Forsey right across the center, almost like a shovel pass, but it was overhand. And it was too far in front of Forsey, so it's going to be a fourth down play. And I believe the Patriots will try a field goal because Ben Tanner comes onto the field for the Patriots. And Ben Tanner is 9 of 11 this season, folks. One between the 40 and 49, 5 for 5 between the 20 and 29, and 3 for 5 from the 30 to 39. This will be a 36-yard attempt. The ball will be placed on the 26, which Lee holds. There's a snap. The ball's down. The kick is up. The kick is long enough, and the kick is no good, off to the left. So our score remains with 5:11. Centennial 21, Pocatello 21. Back in 30 seconds.
Valley Video has the great
47 left in the first half. We're still here, folks, in the first half. There's the kick by Moses, taken at the 10 by Forsey, the 15, the 20, puts his head down and goes forward to the 27-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots on their own 27. Ken, let's finish those all-conference selections for the Patriots.
Okay, we already covered the first-team offense and the second-team offense. Honorable mention on offense was John Root at fullback and Abe Swenson at the tight end. The first-team defense, Howard, I'll pick up with that later.
Okay, 1st and 10 for Centennial. Ball's on their own 28-yard line. 4:41 left here in the first half. They trail by 7. There's a handoff to Root. Root comes to the near side, the 35, the 40, breaks the tackle to the 45. And John Root picks up 17 yards on the play and a first down for the Patriots.
That was another nice running play by Centennial. They, too, came back to that weak side. Howard, I don't know what it is with the weak side of these defensive teams, but there seems to be a soft pedal right there, and maybe Centennial will be able to take advantage of Pocatello's.
Root has 4 carries for 55 yards tonight for the Patriots. Forsey has 7 carries for 64. 1st and 10 for Centennial. Swenson hands off to Root, and Root goes to the far side on the counter play, and he's lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage, Ken.
Yeah, very similar play to what they ran the last time, Howard. Maybe they thought that they just kind of flip-flopped that and went to the other side, which they did. However, it didn't work near as well.
They're going to give him a yard on that, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. The ball's on the 46-yard line for the Patriots.
2nd down and 9.
Wycherley out to the far side. To the near side is Hilton. Calling signals is Swenson. They have one single back. Swenson drops back, looks, Throws, and it's incomplete at the 40-yard line, intended for Wycherley, and Ken thrown just a little bit in front of Wycherley. Dove for the ball, but couldn't get his hands on it.
That's right, Howard. He throws such a hard ball that it's pretty tough for a receiver to react and make a catch on a ball that's not thrown right on the target.
So we have 3rd and 9 for the Patriots. The ball on their own 46-yard line. We're down to 3:36 left in the first half. It's 28 Pocatello, 21 Centennial. At the end of the third period, it's Twin Falls 21, Hillcrest 9. Highland 9, excuse me. Highland 9. 3 men split out to the far side. 1 man to the near side for the Patriots. Swenson under center. Swenson drops back. Waits, he's going to run. No, he's going to throw. Far side, complete at the 36 to the 35. To Wycherley, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Nice pass play. Wycherley on a 14-yard gain had faked out his defender, Ken, and was in the clear over there.
Yeah, he was in the clear by about 10 yards in any direction, and Matt was able to pick him out. Good presence of mind of Matt at that time, because he had a lot of room up the middle, Howard, and he was taken off, but he stopped just short of the line of scrimmage and saw Wycherley out there and hit him.
Wycherley, the second leading receiver for Centennial. He's a leading wide receiver. Forsey, the leading receiver of the season. Calling signals to Swanson. The ball's on the 32-yard line. First down. Swanson comes out to the near side. Throws downfield to Jones. Incomplete. Nice play, knocked away from, Ben Allen. And nice play that time by number 21, Ryan Robinson, defensive back, knocked the ball away from Allen.
Yeah, there was excellent coverage on that play, Howard. Even a chance of being intercepted on that particular pass.
2nd and 10 for the Patriots. They have the ball on the 32-yard line. They trail 28-21, 3:02 left here in the first half. In this semifinal of A1 football, the winner here takes on the winner of the Highland and Twin Falls game next week for the state championship. Swenson back to pass, being rushed, throws out in the flat to Root. Root has it at the 31-yard line, and he's only able to get it up to the 28-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down for Centennial. Can you think they'll go for another field goal?
I think we've got a 3rd down, Howard. I think that was 2nd down, so we've got 3rd and about 6.
Oh, I would say they won't go for a field goal then on this play. 3rd down and 6 for the Patriots. The ball is on the 27-yard line. Just inside of 3 minutes left in the first half. Pocatello leads Centennial 28-21 here from Bronco Stadium. Here come the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. Wycherley out to the far side. Hilton out to the near side, along with Forsey. And we're going to be
real happy with the way they handled themselves and what those young men learned this year.
I have a story about Joe Yoakum if we have time to tell it. Back to pass to Swanson. He's going to run, but the hole fills up real fast, and he's stuck back at the 33-yard line. So now it's 4th down for the Patriots. The ball is on the 33-yard line. And let's see what the Patriots decide to do. Swanson, the receivers were covered, Ken. Swanson was going to try to run it up off the left side, but the hole filled up fast.
Yeah, it filled up very fast. I think we got a timeout here, Howard.
Down at 10. The ball's on the 32-yard line. Important play. Most important play here in the first half so far. Swanson has the 2 setbacks. In motion is number 80. Swanson back to pass. Swanson looks. Swanson throws. It is caught. Wycherley making a nice catch of the ball at the 18-yard line. And again, tight coverage by Pocatello. Matter of fact, they're going to give him the 17, Ken.
Very tight coverage, Howard, but it was that kind of that slant-in pass. It is tough to defend because the receiver can get his body between the defender and the quarterback, and but the ball has to be thrown right on the money, and Matt was there.
So 1st down and 10 now for Centennial on the 17-yard line. 2:30 left in the first half. They trail by 7.
Excellent protection on that play too, Howard. That should be mentioned.
Excellent protection, right. Calling signals to Swenson. And someone jumps off sides, and I don't know if he was 1st and 5. The clock has started. Swanson calls signals. In motion is Wycherley to the far side. Swanson straight back, looks, penalty flag down, throws, intercepted at the 2-yard line. The ball was tipped and picked up.
But they're not strong enough for what it is, but they had him wrapped up in the tackle, and he just ran through it, you know, for that big gainer. So they're going to have to come up with something to, you know, put the stop on him.
The ball's on the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 4 for the Indians. Single setback. Appleton calls signals. He's back to pass. He throws complete at the 46-yard line, grabbed by Villano, and he's down at the 47, but he has the first down, Ken, for the Indians.
That first down, Centennial's going to have to come on strong here. They don't want Pocatello to go down and score and be up by 2 scores. They've got to do something to put the stop on the Pocatello. I don't think Centennial has stopped a Pocatello drive now for just about four series of downs.
It seems like the Indians are getting stronger as the game goes on. 1st and 10 for Pocatello on the 46-yard line. We're just into the 3rd period here from Bronco Stadium. Appleton calls signals. Hands off again to Villano. Villano up to the 50, and he's into, that's Hammond. Hammond is into Centennial territory just inside the 50-yard line, and he picks up 4 yards. And it seems like Pocatello has the answer to the Centennial line.
Well, what they're doing, Howard, they're just they're running very well, obviously, and then they're making just those short passes, you know, 4, 5, 6-yard passes. So they're taking advantage of their particular strengths.
Ball's on the midfield stripe between the 2 hash marks. Pocatello going to your left on your radio dial. Appleton calls signals. Draper in motion. And a handoff to the deep back, down to Villano, breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd tackle down to the 42, to the 41-yard line, and Villano has another first down for the Indians.
Excellent line surge by the offensive line for Pocatello, Howard, and then those big running backs are just breaking off those blocks and picking up first downs right and left.
So it's another first down. Villano now way over 100 yards, or is over 100 yards. 100 yards exactly. That gives them over 900 for the season. Appleton calls signals, drops back, looks, has protection, short pass complete at the 40, down to the 35-yard line, down to the 34-yard line goes Jason Lawrence, a wide receiver, and he picks up about 8 yards on the play, Ken.
Yeah, another example of that short passing game, Howard. I'm sure they don't feel that Appleton is a great long passer, certainly not like Swenson is, but they're doing awfully well with that short running game and then the short passing game as well.
They put the ball on the 35, so it's 2nd down and 3 for the Indians. I formation, 2 men split out to the far side. In motion goes Villano. Hand off to Hammond. Hammond breaks 2 tackles, but he's going to be pressured, and he's not going to break the 3rd or 4th tackle when he's dropped for a loss. Back to about the 39-yard line, and leading the charge was Tim Flynn, Ken, for the Patriots.
That's one of the first times that Centennial has been able to stop him in the backfield, the offensive backfield. So a good play by the Centennial defense coming up with that stop.
3rd and 6 for the Patriots. The ball on the 38-yard line. Excuse me, 3rd and 8 for the 3rd and 6 for the Indians. The ball on the Centennial 38-yard line. Appleton calls signals. In motion is Hammond. Appleton rolls out to the far side, may have some running room, and he's going to the far sideline, and now he's going to be smothered back at the 45-yard line. Excellent coverage by the Centennial secondary, and he couldn't get a pass off.
Yeah, you're right, Howard. It was a rollout to his right. Early he had lots of running room, but he was trying to find a receiver downfield because he knew it was 3rd down. He had to make a full 10 yards, and it was just great coverage by the secondary of the Patriots.
Jake Gross made the tackle for Centennial, so back in punt formation is Scott Hammond on his own 40-foot C. Tackle for Pocatello made by Jason Meter, and we have a Centennial player down, 4, and counting down, left here in the 3rd period. Smith leads the team up to the line of scrimmage. 2 men split to the far side, 1 man to the near side, I formation. In motion is Forsey. Swenson hands off to Root. Root across the 20, to the 25-yard line, across to the 26, and Root picks up a first down. Important first down, Ken, for the Patriots.
Yeah, it was a nice dive, kind of a little counter, Howard, again hitting that weak side, and there's obviously running room back there, so good play for Centennial.
Jason Meter made the tackle for the Indians. And Root now has 6 carries for 61 yards. That's about 10 yards per carry. Not a bad average.
Not a bad average, which means there's been a lot of running room back on that weak side for that play.
First and 10 for the Patriots on the 25-yard line. I formation, 2 men to the near side, 1 to the far side. Swenson calls signals, hands off to the deep man. That's Forsey. And Forsey picks up about a yard, maybe 2, up to the 26-yard line. We'll call it 27, pick up a 2.
And Josh Bittenberg.
Centennials come out here, Howard. They seem to be somewhat content on the running game.
27-yard line.
So we have second down and 8 for the Patriots. Jeff Jones comes in the ball game for Centennial. He's split out to the near side with Wycherley. One man split to the far side. Swenson calls signals. Back to pass. Coming across is Hilton at the 40. Hilton makes a catch and is up to the 45-yard line and has a first down for the Patriots.
Just a little look-in pass to that wide receiver on the far side, Howard, and Matt Swenson just absolutely threw a rope, frozen rope, if you will, and a great reception and a great catch for a first down.
Troy Sutton made the tackle for Pocatello. We're at 6 minutes left now in the third period. Pocatello up 28-21. Again, that score from Pocatello. Highland eking out a victory in the last minute, 30-28 over Twin Falls. Back to pass as Swenson throws. Intercepted, I believe, at the 40-yard line, intended for Wycherley, and we have a flag down to the far side, 2 men to the near side. Single setback is Root. Calling signals is Swenson. Swenson hands off to Root. Root again, left side to the 35, to the 30. Root just about has the first down. I believe he's got it, Ken, just over the 30-yard line where Brad Wallace finally made the tackle.
Yeah, they're utilizing that same counter play to Root back to the weak side. And again, he's, picking up good yardage on that, 8 or 9 yards a carry. And he might be just a foot short, Howard.
You mentioned that Root made honorable mention all conference, and
both on offense and defense,
right.
I believe.
And he's a two-way player, and he's picked up, I think he has 70 yards tonight, and he's really playing well. It's going to be second down on the foot for Centennial. Swenson comes back to the near side, looking, throws downfield, complete to Hilton at the 21-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds at the 19, and that's going to be a first down for the Patriots.
Yes, Matt rolled out here to his right, bought a lot of time. The receiver had a tremendous amount of cushion. The defender was playing well off of him. He was able to make the catch and then get upfield for another couple of yards before being knocked out of bounds.
That's first down and 10 for Centennial on the 19-yard line of Pocatello. 5 minutes left in the third period. Pocatello leads 28-21. 3 men to the near side, 1 to the far side. Swenson under center. Swenson hands off to...
That's too bad,
Root,
Howard. That looked like a real good play.
But there's a flag on the field, and it looks like, Ken, it's going to be...
No, we have not.
All that scoring, folks, was in the first half. We heard Derek Sampson, our halftime guest, one of our halftime guests, say he thought this might turn out to be a basketball score here in the second half. Swenson calls signals. Root the single setback. Swenson straight back. Looks, throws. It is incomplete at the 5-yard line for Hilton. It looked like the pass was intended for Wycherley, and Hilton came over and grabbed it, but they're going to say what, incomplete?
I guess they're going to call it. Well, I thought he had that ball, but apparently he just wasn't able to control it.
I thought he hadn't controlled the ball, but then he fell with the ball and it looked like it was a completion. But it's not a completion, so it's going to be second down and 15 for Centennial. The ball on the 24-yard line. Wycherley comes into the ball game for the Patriots. Ben Allen goes out. Wycherley over to the far side. Hilton to the near side. Along with Allen. Back to pass. Swenson goes up the middle with a run, and he's a big hole, and he is slammed down at the 20-yard line, and the defender who slammed him down threw him down a couple yards further, and it's going to be a third down play. The ball is on the 18-yard line. Swenson had a hole, Kim, but then it closed fast.
They really did. They react back into the middle really quickly because it looked like Matt had a lot more running room than he had.
3rd and 8, the ball on the 17-yard line. Centennial driving with 4 minutes left in the third period. They trail 28-21 to Pocatello here at Bronco Stadium. Swenson under center. Swenson straight back. Looks, throws, complete to Root. He fights his way down to the 10, to the 9. He may have the first down, and Root just wouldn't stop. And by golly, that was some high-class play on the behalf of John Root.
That's right, Howard. It was a real big-time effort because Root had to catch that ball over his shoulder, and he was hit immediately. He got low, got the shoulders low, kept driving, and was able to pick up the first down. Boy, that was a big-time play, a great play.
So Centennial has 1st and 10, 1st and goal, we should say, on the 8-yard line with 3:35 left in the third quarter. Root, a nice catch, and then he just muscled his way down for the first down. Swenson under center. Swenson hands off to Forsey. Forsey breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles, but can't break the 3rd tackle, but he's down to the 1-yard line. So Forsey picks up 7 yards. The ball's on the 1.
Good hard running by Forsey, and of course he was going north and south and was able to make a nice gain because he had been hit 2 or 3 times, Howard, before he was actually tackled.
Capital has Lords and Marchand, and Centennial has Forsey and Root. Swenson calls signals, hands off to Forsey, to Root, and Root is upended right at the line of scrimmage. That's the scrimmage. 2 men out to the near side, I formation. Swenson is going to take the ball in himself over the left side of the line, and Swenson scores. And so Centennial is now 27, Pocatello 28. And Canada will attempt the extra point for the Patriots.
First drive of the game, so looks like maybe Centennial's offense has settled down.
There's a snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and folks, we have ourselves a 28-28 tie with 2:07 left in the third.
Step in front, make the interception. Great play by Ben Sparrow.
1st and 10, the ball on the 35-yard line. For Centennial, break for the Patriots with less than 2 minutes left in the third period. I formation. Swenson under center. Swenson hands off to Forsey on the near side, 30, to the outside, 25, cuts back to the middle, and we have a penalty flag down as Forsey is down at the 20-yard line. That was Sparrow's 2nd interception of the night. And Ken, did you pick up the penalty?
Didn't pick up the penalty, Howard. I think it might be against Centennial.
1st and 18 for the Patriots on the 42-yard
gain of 8 yards. But they kind of loosened up that
single setback is Forsey. 3 men out to the near side, 1 man to the far side. Pitch out to Forsey on the far side. Forsey's down the 5 to the 4, out of bounds at the 3-yard line, but he's got the first down. And on the far side, Centennial 1st and goal.
You know, Howard, that was kind of a little bit of an option where Matt takes it around that end and then forces the defender to take him on, and then he pitches to the remaining back. But one thing that made that play go, and they were able to get around the corner, was that young sophomore tackle, Adam Nielsen, had his man tied up pretty well and was able to allow his teammates to make the corner.
1st and goal for Centennial, the ball on the 1-yard line. Just into the 4th period. Handoff to Root, and Root dives into the end zone. And Centennial was up 34 to 28 just into the 4th period. Who was that fellow who used to play fullback for the New England? Canada will attempt the extra point. Centennial's up by 6. Just 7 seconds into the 4th period. There's a snap, the ball's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And our score, 11:53 left. It is now Centennial 35, Pocatello 28 back in 30 seconds.
The bombs, but
His number 24, Hammond. He kicks the ball. Punt comes down to the 48-yard line, and calling for a fair catch is Forsey. So Centennial has excellent field position. They take over, Ken, 1st and 10 on Pocatello's 48 with 9:53 left in the game.
Well, Centennial's in a position now, Howard, if they can mount a bit of a charge here and get a drive going and eat up some time on the clock and go down and put in another score, they'd be in fine shape. But they've got to keep working hard. They don't have it yet.
I formation, one-man split to each side. Swenson calls signals. Smith the center. Swenson, broken play. He heads around the far side, gets across the 50 to the 45, and Swenson makes the best out of a bad play. Takes the ball down on the 42-yard line and picks up 6 yards, Ken.
Howard, I think they should put that play in. He looked pretty bewildered back there. He didn't have anybody to hand off to, and then was able to take off, and I think it took Pocatello by surprise as well. 2nd down and 4 for the Patriots. The ball on the Pocatello 42-yard line. 9:46 left in the ball game. Centennial up by 7, 35 to 28 and driving. 2 men to the near side, 1 to the far side. Calling signals is Swenson. Swenson hands off to Root. Root breaks a tackle and crosses the 40. Root down to 39, but we have a flag on the play, Ken. I think maybe one of the offensive linemen for Centennial moved just a shade early, Howard, and the back judge probably picked that up.
Kendall Olson, defensive end, made the tackle for the Indians. Kendall, a senior, 6'7", 180-pounder. Wycherley and Hilton split out to the far side. Forsey in the slot. 2 men split to the near side. Swenson under center. Swenson straight back. Throws a quick pass. It is complete to Forsey at the 35-yard line between 2 defenders and carries the ball across the 30 to the 28 and the Centennial 1st down.
That's a very, very gutsy play, Howard. He was back pedaling in that, just kind of threw the ball up to a spot, more or less, knowing that receiver would be down there, but also down there were 2 defenders. I think they were caught unawares, Howard. I don't think they realized the ball was coming that fast.
The ball's on the 28-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Patriots. They lead by 7 with 9:10 left in the ball game, and they're driving. I formation. Swenson calls signals. Swenson hands off to Forsey, eludes 1 tackler, crosses the 25, and gets down to the 23-yard line. Some nice twisting and turning by Forsey, Ken.
Well, as usual, Forsey likes to get, he doesn't really start to run well until he gets real tired, and the more carries he gets, the better he gets. And he was hit initially. Most backs would have went down, but he kept going, and like you said, twisted and turned for a 5-yard gain.
Matt Swenson now 17 for 24, 245 yards through the air. 2nd down, we'll call it 5 for Centennial. The ball is on the 24-yard line. Swenson has the ball. Pitch out to Forsey, far side. Forsey down to the 20. Forsey out of bounds at the 18-yard line, and he just may have picked up the 1st down, Ken.
That was a great pitch. Matt just took that and really, he didn't really pitch it off until the defensive end had his arms around him, making the hit, and he pitched it off. It was just perfectly timed. Forsey took it, went into the defender, and then was bounced out of bounds. Looks like about a foot short.
We're going to have 3rd down, about 1 for the Patriots. The ball on the, we'll call it the 19-yard line, just inside the 19 on the far hash mark. Forsey has 15 carries so far tonight for 101 yards. Swenson's going to take the ball himself, and I believe he's got the 1st down, Ken.
Yeah, we haven't seen that many times this year, Howard. Centennial, I think, has really, got a varied offensive attack here. I think they're keeping Pocatello a little bit off balance.
The ball's on the 17, 1st and 10 for Centennial. They lead by 7. We're down to 8:10 left in the ball game. Here come the Patriots to the line of scrimmage. The thing they're doing here, Ken, is they're taking time off the clock with this drive.
Excellent. That's just what they want to do.
Swenson hands off the... No, Swenson keeps the ball around the far side. Swenson down to the 15-yard line and falls forward down to the 13. Picks up 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Patriots.
Boy, Matt looked like Forsey on that. Took the ball and took it around in, took on a tackler, and then twisted for another yard or two. So looks like he's been watching Brock Forsey run and picked up a few pointers.
2nd and 6 for the Patriots. Now we're down to 7:20 left in the ball game. Centennial using that clock well here tonight in the 4th period. Swenson calls signals. Swenson back to pass. Swenson looks. He's going to be sacked back at the 29-yard line. Well, we'll call it the 27.
He was just trying to wait. He was trying to wait for that receiver to come open, trying to wait, and in the corner, of the corner of his eye, he saw that guy coming to get him. An offensive lineman was back with him, but the defender made a great play and put the grab on Matt for a big loss.
Eric Hancock made the tackle, so it's 3rd, and we'll call about 27 yards to go for Centennial. 3rd and 27. The ball on the 26-yard line. Swenson calling signals. Swenson rolls out to the near side. He's going to be tackled back at the 38-yard line. And the announcers, the broadcast team from Pocatello's in the booth to our left, and they almost fell out the window on that one. So it's 2 successive sacks, Ken. It's going to put the ball back at the 37-yard line. 4th down for Centennial. We're down to 5:57.
Boy, Pocatello's defense really came up big on this last couple of plays, Howard, and got them for big losses, which put them right out of contention for any sort of field goal try as well.
Swenson back in punt formation at the midfield stripe. 1 man deep for Pocatello. There's the kick, and I believe it's going to go into the end zone, and it does. So Centennial drive has stalled on 2 sacks. Pocatello sometimes hasn't used their running attack as much as...
Good. We've got 1:41 left here, Howard, so I'm not sure exactly if they can get... I think they'll have to run a few plays. Be good if they could pick up 1 first down.
So Matt Ferguson, with the interception, gives Centennial the ball with 1:41 left. They lead by 7. Swenson calling signals. Swenson hands off to Forsey around the far side, going wide. He breaks the tackle at the 35. Forsey at the 40, the 41. And Forsey picks up a first down for the Patriots.
I think that might be the first down we needed, Howard. The clock is stopped. Timeout, of course, the Pocatello
40-yard line, and we have a first down. Let's see, we'll call it. Swenson calls signals. Hands off to Root, and Root picks up the first down. He's up to the 41. I believe, Ken, that's the ball game. First down for Centennial.
Well, they've got another timeout. Pocatello's called another timeout, Howard, so I think we might be...
But the important thing is, folks, it's just a minute and a half left in the ball game. Swenson under center. Swenson takes a handoff, takes the ball himself. He is smothered at the 41-yard line of scrimmage. He had nowhere to go. Pocatello was only one of 2 teams they hadn't faced, and the teams that were involved in the playoff. The other one was Idaho Falls, or Skyline. No, Idaho Falls, right the first time. Swenson calls signals, and he hands off to Root. Root falls over his own man, crosses the 45 up to the 48-yard line, and Root picks up 6-7 yards on the play, and
that was too bad. He ran that weak side counter again, and his offensive line was...
And Pocatello jumped. And if it's going to be against Pocatello, that's going to give Centennial a first down, and
that's going to give Centennial the football game, Howard, if Pocatello jumped.
It is against Pocatello. That puts the ball into Pocatello territory, but The important thing is we're down to 40 seconds. Centennial has the first down, and that's the ball game.
That is the ball game, Howard. Well, Smitty, the center, Mike Smith, took a good hit on that, but I bet he enjoyed it, knowing full well that it'd be an offside against the defense.
Last play of the ball game.